There we go. The opening bell, Jenny Andrews. I love to hear it live with you.
All right. And SPOO's opened sharply unched. So we'll see.
Okay. So let's go. You guide me because you have a list of things you want to go through.
Yeah, I want to look at everything that had earnings. So I'm going to start at the list that I have and just go tap down. Coin was the first one on the list. We saw it before pre-market up about 8. Is it still up? Yeah, up 850, 6%. So let's hope that coin could just keep on moving. Next, pins.
You didn't go to AMAT?
Oh, it's on the list. I've got a list. It's just not in alphabetical order.
Okay, there you go.
All right, pins down 4.
Down 20%. That's a big move for pins.
Yes.
Do you want to jump into pins after?
I was going to say, let's jump into pins. Go to March, trade page, March.
There's nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah, not a fan of pins, so we're not like that's not a knife I want to jump in front of.
You're not kidding when you said there's nothing. Wait, go back to the trade page, and I want to look at that again. 28 cents. There's no way. There's it's not open yet.
It's not updating, yeah, because 28 cents, and then if you look at the corresponding calls, that's how you know it's not open yet.
Okay, so hold on, just stay there for a minute on pins. So the fact that those are yesterday's prices. So the 14 put, you can see the 14 put was 28 cents yesterday when pins was $4 higher. We go.
19 is where they're just open. I was going to say where the calls and puts are the same price. It's still, but look at how wide this is, 71 cents at 124.
And you'll see that with some of these individual products right on the open. I would say we let it shake out and we can come back to pins because I think we could get in with some short puts, but we'll come back to it.
Okay.
ANET. ANET.
That's up 6%.
Up 6%. Rivian. We can just go to our Rivian position. We had those 17 puts in Rivian. They're going to be out of the money.
Oh, look at that.
Rivian.
I'm going to buy these back. Close position. Thank you very much, Rivian. We had the 17 big lizard on, so that's good. Do we want to get back into Rivian at some point here?
Sell those 16 puts for 85 cents or 88 cents.
Okay, we're done. Okay. Rivian, done and dusted.
All right, Toast, T-O-S-T.
T-O-S-T, up a little bit.
Up a little. So Toast, and that's like a competitor of Square. Take a look at XYZ.
That was down a ton. That was down a ton yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday.
And are we in it? Do we have puts in XYZ?
I don't believe so. No. We're safe.
And so take a look in the trade page. I wouldn't mind getting into XYZ puts after the big move down.
So it's got two days in a row, which actually is good because actually 1, 2, 3. So you've got 3 days in a row in XYZ going to the downside. Oh, they didn't have earnings. I thought they did. Would you want to wait until earnings to trade it? I
know we looked at this the other day. If we were selling a strangle, yes. If we're just selling puts, I don't think it matters.
I mean, the markets are a little bit wide. It's also got a decent. Let's just hold off until earnings. Because I want this. I want to come in with tighter markets.
Oh no, but you know what? It was on. Oh, okay, yeah. So Toast was the one with earnings. XYZ says it's not till February 26th.
Yeah.
All right. DraftKings. Want. We're down.
I know this isn't on your list. This was a couple days ago. We wound up buying a call. I'm closing this. We're going to take our $50 and run like a thief in the night.
Hey, that was the Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific Gas and something.
Yeah.
And so we're going 79. Let's see if we can get filled. We might have to take that down a bit, but it's still a profit. So I'm going to take it to.
Those is just closing positions we have.
Okay, good. We got filled at 70 cents. That's pretty good.
That was an earnings trade from a couple days ago.
Okay, now let's take a look at DraftKings. DKNG,
we had a call spread. It's going to be all out of the money. And we have one March call that's a synthetic stock. Now it's almost at the money.
But honestly, what are we doing? Nothing.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's nothing to do. Our call spread's out of the money. That March 20 call, I don't think we need to do anything with it. So we don't need to manage it. Down 380, down 15%. That's a big move.
A huge move. Take a look at this. And it was interesting looking at Jamal's charts because I was like, what are you looking at? Because it was
I know. His charts were on they weren't day to day. That was, yeah. They weren't day to day. It was almost like week to week. or it was a different type of chart than we usually have pulled
So
up.
let's take a look. I want to see when the last time it was at.
Yeah, well, you're doing this. I'm going to get everything pushed out on the follow page that
Let's
you've
see,
been
the
doing.
last time DraftKings was at 21, and it was right here. So we're looking at, what year is this? 2023.
Okay.
2023, and it's 2026. So 3 years ago, it was at 21.
DraftKings.
Pretty
Killing
low.
me.
Honestly,
Killing me.
so while you're doing that, I'm going to price out the Kai Studies SPX trade.
Oh, wait, we still have more earnings that came out that I just thought let's check on and see what everything did on earnings.
Okay.
Okay. So after DraftKings AMAT,
Oh, we already did it, Matt, remember?
we looked at that earlier.
Yeah.
That was up $30.
That's 46, 14%, which is pretty good.
EXPE, Experian.
Expedia, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Expedia is down 7. So you notice we're getting big moves in both directions.
Down 7%. Brothers, I think it's
BROS.
Is that Dutch Brothers?
Dutch Brothers. And that's up 7%. So not bad. I mean, it's been a tale of two cities. Can't wait to see what Kai's
Moderna, we've got 3 more. Moderna. That's up.
Okay.
And CCJ.
Ooh. This was Victor Jones special, remember?
Yeah.
And but that's high.
I know.
Yeah, CCJ is high from where Victor Jones, where it was his.
And AAP.
That's not AppLovin. It's Advanced Auto Parts. And that is up. So it's been a pretty much, what's crazy is I don't think it's been good for premium sellers, meaning that a lot of these have been either up or down more than their expected move. Not AAP, but that's a fringe player.
No, but there have been a lot of seems like a lot of big movers.
A lot of big movers. Yes. I think a lot of them have gone way outside their expected move for the cycle. Okay, so while you're pushing things out, Jenny, I want to price out the, now we have done, there's many ways to trade 0DTE SPX, but Kai's studies are always done on the open with the 0DTEs, 20 deltas, $20 wide. We want to price it out.
So we're trading 68.30. You're getting to the 67.65. So you're pretty far down. And then to the upside, 20 delta. To the upside, it always seems to be in a little bit closer.
You're getting $6. Now, this is very Jack Tucker-esque. I think he does it a little bit later. But so the later you are, the closer you'll be in. But sometimes the market is shaken out a bit.
I looked at the 20 delta wide, $20 wide, 20 delta iron condor yesterday. I looked at it a little after 9 yesterday, and I was only getting like $4.95, and I didn't do it. I thought, oh, that's not enough. So here you're getting $6.15. It's going to get less and less expensive as the morning goes on. But if the market's moving, obviously your strikes are going to be different. So,
No, here's my question, Jenny, because I usually don't do the iron condor, and I definitely don't do the $20 wide. I know Jack Tucker, I want to be him when I grow up, but I don't price these things out that much. So you were saying that the 20 delta, $20 wide was only $4, but were your strikes insignificantly?
Yeah, yesterday the strikes were tighter. The width, the width between your short put and short call was narrower, and I was only getting 4.85. This was at little after 9 yesterday.
68.80. I'm writing down just our shorts because we know it's $20 wide. 68.85 and 67.65.
But vol is higher. Look, the vol is higher. I think we've got a little bit of vol in this market because everyone's waiting to see how this market is really going to shake out today.
Yeah.
Are we going to get a repeat of what we've seen this week? And, down day, down day, down day, down day. We're going to have another 100-point down day by the end of the day. So if you have 100-point, how much room do we have? We have 35, 45, 55, 60 points in room. We have 60 points in room. So we could be down 70 points before we hit that short put.
And it's pretty interesting because it almost gives you, now granted, I know it's 20, but look at the brown bar and look at where our short strikes are. So we've got 60 points in width, and the expected move for today is 54.26. It's pretty interesting how it kind of sets up like that.
Right. So I don't think this looks bad. We could be down 70 and just be at our put. And you see that they'll do some management. Jack will do some management, like rolling down calls.
Jack doesn't do it at 8:30. He's a 9:05.
No, he waits. Yeah.
Yes, but Kai studies are all done at this time. So we have the prices marked. I have that. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit and kind of keep going. But we are going to place some. What we do is we place our SPX trades around 905 because Jacob studies have kind of leaned us in that direction. And
To
we do
wait until
today.
Yeah, to wait until the market shakes out,
Yeah.
and see, wait till things settle down. But honestly, the last few days, 905, the move started after that.
It did, but look at this. So we opened unchanged. We are now down 25.
25.
So what we have seen the last 2 days, which I thought was kind of crazy, is we'll put it in, and then I mean, literally, when we walked from the train to the SIBO, we dropped 70 points
I know. I know.
in a walk. From in a short walk, we dropped, and the traders on the trading floor had no idea why.
It's I don't know.
Now, the good news is we are getting a little bit of a lift in IBIT. I wanted to talk to you. We don't have to do this today. This can be another story for another day. We have this iron condor in here. I do want to put a GTC in for it.
It's just a jade lizard. Yeah, it's a jade lizard.
Yeah, I'm going to go, I'll go like 35% just because that's usually what we take out of it.
It's not far. You see, we sold it for $1, trading 70 cents. So it's a $30 winner.
Oh, then I was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put that in and let it come to us. But the one thing I was going to say, and we can do this another day. I do not want to spend the time on this right now. This IBIT 100 shares is holding up. Hold on. If I close it, you're getting back $1,500, which is a lot. So
And a $38 product.
on a $38 product. So I was thinking about maybe switching it to a longer term not jade lizard, zebra or something, because it only holds up about 600 then. But
Price out the March. That's fine. We've got a few minutes.
I was just saying capital because as the vol increases, so if I go 50 delta, 70 delta, it's only $6.
So we'll get 1,500 back from the stock and just put the zebra on.
Uh-huh.
And sure, yeah.
It just made a little bit more sense for capital.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
No,
It's funny
I also don't have a problem if we just, well, it's kind of expensive, but if you're just going to spend $700 and cut it in half, you're paying 50 cents extrinsic value. It's not
So the thing is, what I like about the zebras, we had zebras. IBIT got down to where those were at the money. Then there was a lot of extrinsic value in those. We sold them out, replaced it with stock. If we want to put new zebras on, that's fine. If IBIT falls again, we could sell those out for the extrinsic value and replace them with a new zebra or stock. It doesn't.
Yeah, it just kind of keeps replaced. Look at this. Who's down 40? It's happening.
It's happening. It's happening.
But this is where we were before the CPI print. We were down. I saw them down as low as about 40 this morning. So this is where we were before the CPI.
Yeah, I mean, every day this week has been kind of ugly, but the vol's been telling you it's going to happen. Like the VIX has kind of been saying, don't get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to be uncomfortable being comfortable. Okay. I'm just trying to keep an eye on time. Are we supposed to be done right now?
Yep. We got, I think, 2 minutes.
I thought we were supposed to be done at 8:40. That's the only reason I'm
Oh, let's see. Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I was like, I know we dilly-dally. We will switch that into a zebra another day. I just wanted to show capital to capital. We can keep kind of adjusting and bobbing and weaving because we are traders and we will go back and forth with it.
All right.
Take a quick 90-second break.
And we'll be back with Fast Market. Stay tuned.
Thanks for watching. The more you build on these lessons, the more systematic this process will become. The goal is to take you from isolated trades to a repeatable trading process you can rely on. Click through to watch more.